Hi angels, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I've been getting a lot of people asking us to do an updated makeup routine, and I put like a question poll thing on my Instagram of whether you wanted like a rose gold, more like glammy look. Glammy, is that a word? Like glamorous look with like lashes and everything. Always wanted a more like everyday sort of more casual look, and you just picked the more casual look, so I'm going to go through it. But I don't know about you guys, but I find makeup routine videos so boring. Like, literally as if I'm going to fall asleep watching them. Like, I'm interested in stuff, but I just find them boring. So I thought I'd spice it up a bit, right? So what I've done is I got people to send in the confessions on Snapchat and on Instagram. Like, anonymous confessions. And some of them are so funny. Literally could have died. Like, they're hilarious, some of them. Some of them don't make any sense. Some of them are just, you're not gonna see. You're not gonna see. Anyway, so I'm gonna get on with it, and I will just go through these like as I'm doing my makeup. So the first thing I do is I moisturise. I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturising Lotion. Oh my god, you can't see. There, that's one I use. Okay. So the first confession that I got was, I've fancied you for years. Thank you. That was not, I had about 10 confessions saying that they liked us or they fancied us. I'm not being funny, but make a move. Like, I don't think I've ever been more single in my whole entire life at this point. So make a move. Worst case scenario, we'll be friends. So, you know, and I'm a good friend. So, you know, you're not going to miss out in any shape, way or form. Okay, next is I use the Bobbi Brown Natural Brow Shaper in shade Brunette. Even though I'm blonde, but, you know, we can get over it. And I literally just brush my brows up with this. And that's literally all I do with my brows. So, another one was I slept with my stepdad. Now, I'm not being funny. What the hell is wrong with you, child? What is wrong with him? I hope you're not a child. That is very wrong. You need to go and speak to someone about that, because that is too far. I don't mean to judge, but that's your mom. Okay, next I take the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer in the shade C6, and I underline my brows with this. I need a lighter one of these, but I'm just waiting for like the shops to open back up. Because this one's quite dark, really. Like, it's a good concealer for like everything else. Like, if you're doing a really natural look and you literally want a tiny bit of concealer on you, but it's too dark for like under my brows. Bearing in mind my tan still needs to develop, so that's why my face might look a little bit darker. Okay, so the next confession was I once knocked out a teacher. I'm very curious, want to know the story behind it. You'll have to send it in. Why did you knock out a teacher? I mean, I think that is a bit far. A girl I went to school with hit a teacher. I don't think she knocked her out, not that I remember. Okay. So next I just use this and this. So I use this like sort of fluffy brush and then this just to kind of blend it in so it doesn't look like that. Okay, so this one made us laugh, this confession, so much. Like, oh no, I was dying. Okay, so it says, last metro home, bursting for a wee and mortal, stood by the doors and wet myself, tiny dress soaking wet and a puddle that started running all over. Stared at my reflection in the doors for 10 minutes and pretended I was invisible. That is so funny. Like, I was actually creased the first time I read that. I was like, oh my god. You guys are honestly like, you are wild. How could you weigh yourself on the metro? I don't understand. Surely, like, I don't know. I mean, if you were mortal, I guess. That's not me saying I've ever weighed on the metro. I mean, I wish I'd lived such an exciting life, but I don't. Like, I really don't live such an exciting life. Wrong brush. So yeah, safe to say I've never weighed myself on a metro, but you know, kind of jealous that you've been able to have them life experiences. I've got my little headband on so my hair doesn't get in my foundation. Okay, so next I mix my Fit Me Maybelline Matte Poreless Normal Oily Skin Foundation shade 110. I mix that with the Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the shade Warm Neutral 4.5. So I mix these just because tan hasn't developed properly and I'm literally just doing makeup for this video. So otherwise it will look ridiculous. Like, I'll be way too dark on my face. I'm still gonna end up being too dark on my face, but it's fine. So yeah, I just mix these two together so it's not as dark sort of thing. I just need to get like a lighter Bobbi Brown stick really, but I'm just not willing to spend another £40 on another Bobbi Brown foundation stick. Like, I'm kind of Bobbi Browned out. Okay, so the next confession isn't exactly PG, so I'm very sorry about that. So just go away if you're not like 18 or over maybe, because it's a bit much. His DICK slipped into my ARSE and I passed out. Yeah, I mean, that is traumatizing. I don't think I ever would have SEX again if that happened to me. So I'm very sorry that happened to you, but that is quite a funny story. I want to know like the story behind it. Like, were you seeing, or you know, if it was like kind of a one night thing, that would be absolutely traumatizing. Okay, so the next one is, there was a boy that confessed that he liked me. So I took a video of myself literally gagging at the fact that this boy liked me, and I accidentally sent it to him rather than my friend. Oh no, how bad would you feel? That is quite shocking that you ever like send a video of yourself gagging to your friend. That is like so shocking. It actually is. And oh my god, that poor boy. Oh my god, how did you not like quadruple check that it wasn't him that you were sending it to? Also, by the way, I'm just buffing out with this brush, mixing them both together. But how did you not realise? Oh my god, that boy is going to be traumatised for life. So another confession is, my sister ate dog poo. Okay, now I'm hoping your sister was young when this happened, because if not, then it's going to raise alarm bells, because it's quite questionable. Yeah. So yeah, actually weird story. I used to do like dancing and stuff, and in Shield, where I'm from, they do like a parade, and like all the like little dancing groups like go along this parade and dance. Loads of you lasses will know, some of you lads. And yes, yeah, so they had this like big dance parade. Anyway, I was on this dance parade and it finishes at like near Shields College. Anyway, I was there with my mum, my cousin and my sister, and there was this little boy. He was probably only about 3 or 4, and he was picking up handfuls of dog poo and eating it. And before my mum even had a chance to say anything, or me or anyone, to his nana, she like grabbed him and said, oh my god, no. It was absolutely disgusting. I was traumatised. It's like, none of my makeup things are very high coverage, because I kind of don't really struggle with acne or anything. So then when I get like a random spot like that, it's so annoying, because I like can't hide it. Like, it's just is right there in the way. I'm gonna have to put concealer on that, because that is just not leaving. Okay, so next confession. I once PISSED my pants in the middle of the street. Really? What is it with you guys not being able to make it to the toilet? Like, the toilet can't be that far away. Like, what? Again, I want to know the backstory. Why did you... Were you drunk? Were you just bored? I don't know. Smudge, I'm in the middle of filming a video. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. Oh my god, it's like having a child. It honestly is like having a child. You can't be away from us for more than a second. So next, I'm gonna conceal all my bits and bobs. So I kind of do a bit of a mixture between the concealer I was using before and the P. Louise base shade Ruma 0.5. And I like to use this just because it like it really brightens up your under eye. So I've got them both under here. So I'm just gonna blend them out carefully. Otherwise I'm gonna end up looking like I've got white eyes. Okay, so the next confession is, one time I fell off my bike and landed into dog poo. There's a lot of dog poo like going on here. There's a lot of poos and ways and everything. It's quite disgusting actually. I really don't like things like that. So now just with this concealer, because this one's quite light, with this one I just put a little bit here, not a lot, just to brighten up a tiny bit, just because obviously this is just kind of like a more casual look, so it doesn't really need to be anything amazingly special. I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving the colour difference. Probably should have done my tan yesterday, so it was actually developed and done for today, but we're just going to ignore it. I could have helped by not wearing a proper off the shoulder top as well, so we're just going to keep it up here so you can only see a tiny bit of my neck. Next, I go in with my other Bobbi Brown foundation stick, and this is Warm Neutral. And this one's very dark, and I use this as like a contour. Just kind of be careful with it because it goes like dark. So another confession. Right, this one I didn't understand, and I know it's a joke, right? But I'm kind of like concerned because why would you put this in as a joke anyway? It's a bit strange. So I went skydiving with my rabbit, and just as we got out the plane, I let go. I'm kind of confused. Why would you kill your rabbit? And why, if you were going to kill your rabbit, I mean, not that I would, but if you were going to kill a rabbit, why would you go skydiving to kill it? Like, I'm assuming it was a joke, but I'm still kind of confused. There were so many weird things like that, but I just thought, like, I don't know, I just felt like including that one so you could see the kind of weird things I had to sift through. I snapped off my nail, which is why I've got this on. I had acrylics on, because I always do. And basically, I was, like, tucking in my bed sheets at the back of my bed. And I just hit it off, like, the back of my bed, like, my bedboard. And it was the most excruciating pain I think I've ever been in my whole entire life. And also I bought loads of stuff and I tried to do acrylics myself. And actually they went okay, didn't they? Quite cute, like, look at the... Oh. I know, aren't they cute? So next I go over with bronzer. I know you're going to be thinking, Emily, your face does not need to be any more bronze than that. But I disagree. Well, because I've got so much like contour on, I just kind of go over a little bit of bronzer. It just kind of more sort of pack in the contour, do you know what I mean? So just put a tiny bit of this on. Oh. Just to make sure it's all stuck down and not moving. Okay, so the next confession is I slept with my cousin's ex. I know who told us this. That is absolutely terrible. That is absolutely terrible. And you've got a contour on my nose there. Would a little bit weird. I forgot to even tell you. So I used the Hoola Benefit Bronzer. This one. It doesn't actually have a shade, I don't think. Because I know you can get, like, I think there's like 2 different ones. I get the, like, reddy purple one. Okay, so next I use, so I've got 2 of these. One is my mum that I've stole. But they're both the same basically. So it's a Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. And I've got it in 1 fair and 2 medium. I like to use the 1 fair under my eyes and like on my eyelids. And I like to use this everywhere else. So another confession is, and now this one is ruthless, right? I found out my girlfriend was cheating on me. So I took her best friend behind the DJ booth in Riley's basement and gave her a smooch. They aren't friends anymore. Riley's basement, that's basically like a club where I'm from. It's like the downstairs bit of the club. That is so ruthless. But, I mean, I know 2 wrongs don't make a right, but at the same time, if you're gonna cheat, then I don't really feel like you deserve any sympathy, like, at all. Okay, so the next one is I PISSED the bed last week and I'm 20. Okay, don't know where to start with that one. That's, I mean, were you drunk? Because if you were drunk, I feel like it's less embarrassing. But if you were sober, oh my god, I forgot to tell you what I was doing. Right, so this is like so wrecked. I just should get a new one, shouldn't I? So this is the Life's a Peach L'Oreal blusher. I love it so much. I love quite a lot of blush. I mean, in person it doesn't look this bad. I don't know why it looks so like red on here, but I love a bit of blush. Okay, so next I'm using the Doll Light Highlight Like a Diamond, and I have cracked it. Let's just, I don't know how I did that. Oh great, I got that on my keyboard. Great. So I kind of just pack this on quite a lot. I wear a lot of highlight, especially when I'm taking photos as well. I should have a lot of highlighter on. Right, so another confession is, when I was in primary, I stole another kid's sweets and I told him that a stranger came in and robbed them, and he still believes me to this day. Okay. I mean, I guess I would have believed that when I was younger, but now, like, I don't know. How does the person still believe that? So another confession is, I had sex with my ex's sister the day we finished. You guys, honestly, like, where These are so bad. That one's really bad. I mean, it's bad on you, but it's even worse on the sister. Like, that's disgusting. Ew. I'd never ever do that to anyone, especially not my sister. That is like way too far. I hope that girl doesn't speak to her sister, because if you do, you're stupid. Run a million miles from her. Oh, I can take this off now finally. Don't look as mental, and I can hide more of my neck. Perfect. So next I'm gonna go in with my Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara by Too Faced. I don't know where my regular mascara is, so I'm using this one. I'm not usually a fan of waterproof mascara because it kind of irritates my eyes a lot, and I also feel like, I don't know, it's a lot like thicker and gooier, but you know, I can't find the other one, so it's my fault. Okay, so another confession is I had sex in the cinema. Now, I don't know how you just got away with that, to be honest. Was there not other people in the cinema? And also, why could you not just wait till you got home? I'm confused. Was it in the actual cinema room, or was it like, I don't know, in like the toilet or something? I don't know. You guys are honestly wild. You make us feel like I'm an old person. Like, I don't know how you have the energy. Okay, so I always put like moisturising balm on my lips before I line them or anything. So this is a Blistex Intensive Moisturiser. I'm just going to put a bit of this on. Not too much, just a bit. Just so my lips aren't all horrible, dry and cracked, because that is not the vibe we're going for. Okay, so I'm going to be your big sister here. I'm going to tell you this now. If you are looking for a lip liner, the best lip liners in the entire world, the better than MAC, better than, I can't believe I can just name one makeup brand, but they're the best ones you can find, right? Are from Primark. I'm not even kidding you, Primark. So this one is called Blush Melba. It's absolutely unreal. Love it. It was £1. It was £1. It's the best one I've had before. Like, really is. I've got a Charlotte Tilbury one, I've got a MAC one, and I've got Morphe. I've got like tons of different ones, and like none of them will do this justice. It will not. It's like cement. It does not leave your lips. It stays there. Not sponsored, obviously. Wish it was. So this next one says, when I was picking up dog poo and the wind changed and the poo flicked on my leg and you all started laughing at me, calling me SHITT leg. I did start calling them that. I'm not going to say who, but I did start calling them that. It was quite funny. They started crying, but it was funny in the end. The laugh pop went now, obviously, but you know, at the time they definitely weren't laughing. I mean, you guys know I love to overline my lips. Like, overlining my lips is like literally what I do. It's my trademark. Without that, I'd be no one. I just love how much better it looks. Like, look. That's my natural lips. Well, I think you can tell which one's natural and which one isn't, but yeah. I just love overlining my lips. Like, when I overline my lips, I overline them so much. Like, oh my god, what was that? Like, you can tell that I overline them, but I'm not bothered. Like, it doesn't bother me. But a really good trick is if you don't want to make them look like they're overlined too much, or like you just don't like that sort of look, but you want your lips to be a bit bigger, overline kind of your Cupid's bow, but don't overline the sides. Keep the sides where they are on your natural lips, and because it looks a lot more natural, like a lot, and you can get away with it a lot more. That's the best thing about having boy best friends as well, though. Like, they will constantly remind you that you've overlined your lips, and you're like, yeah, I know, like I did yesterday and the day before and the day before. Any girls who have boy best mates, you will know that if you have a spot, straight away they will tell you you've got a spot. They'll say, oh my god, that spot's really bad. They'll make sure that everybody knows that you've got a spot in the most annoying moments as well. Okay, so next I'm using the Morphe lipstick in the colour Cream Flirt. Ooh. Wish I knew how to flirt, because I've lost that ability. So there's two more confessions, and the last one's my favourite. So this one, I shagged my stepsister before she was my stepsister. That, like, yeah, that's a bit awkward. Actually, that's very awkward. So finally I grabbed the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb lip gloss and just put that kind of there. And that's that done. That is the makeup tutorial done. So the last confession is actually my favourite confession in the world, so I'm going to read it to you now. Sat outdoors at the Fish Cay Festival on a sunny day eating chips, surrounded by people. Stood up, didn't realise I had stood on my skirt which had an elasticated waist, was standing in my knickers which read spot on with my skirt around my ankles. That is probably the most embarrassing thing I've heard in my whole life. That's very embarrassing. Yeah, I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like, I'm quite good in things like that. Like, I laugh at myself more than anyone will laugh at me. Do you know what I mean? I don't take things too seriously. And I'm always making an idiot of myself. But I actually don't know what I would do in that situation. Since you all sent in your embarrassing confessions, I thought I would tell you one of mine. It takes a lot to embarrass me, okay? It takes a lot to embarrass me because I'm just one of them people. I'm constantly embarrassing myself, so I'm kind of used to it. So my confession is, a few months ago, I was on the bus and there was probably the most attractive person I've seen in my whole entire life on the bus. This lad, right? So attractive. I was like, oh my god. Literally looked like a god. And I thought, right, Emily, when you get off this bus, don't fall, because that would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? That would be embarrassing. So I went to get off the bus because I got off first before him, and as I was going to step off the bus, I went flying, like arse over TIT, like flying. Like, everybody on the bus seen us. It was the most embarrassing I've ever done in my whole life. And I literally, where I live, there's a main road on the bus stop I get off. So there was like so many people that had definitely seen us fall. And I was just stood there. Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. It had been like raining as well, so the floor was getting wet. I was soaking. Oh my god, it was so embarrassing. And it takes a lot to embarrass me. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the makeup tutorial. I hope maybe you learned something. If not, then, you know, at least have the funny confessions, I guess. I was thinking maybe for my next video, since these confessions went so well, doing like an Ask Auntie thing. So basically all it is you send like your dilemmas or your problems in anonymously, and I try and give you the best advice I can give you of what I would do in the situation. Because I feel like, even though I'm 17, relationships, I think I've had every single worst case scenario happen when I was in a relationship. I've had terrible things happen with friends. I've had so many people betray me trust, and I feel like I'm quite well equipped with stuff like that because I've kind of gone through things in my past with like friends and boyfriends and all of that in school and bitches. So I feel like I can actually help you guys. So yeah, anyway, if you want to send in anything, send it in. Obviously it's anonymous, so we're not going to know who you are. So I'll be putting that up on my Instagram. So I will have my Instagram link down below. Make sure to go follow it. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And I love you all, and I will see you next week. Goodbye. Bye, angels.